ready, go. Okay, you can click national anthem now.
Recording in progress.
Thank you to Biafrans and lovers of freedom. At this point, we take a minute silence for the fallen heroes of Biafra. The time starts now. May the souls of the people and the heroines of Biafra continue to fight alongside with us until Biafra is declared and restored. Good morning, good evening, and good day to all of you, depending on the time zone. Today we are here to present to you the Biafra database and ID card registration guide, which carries the Biafra Security Administration System. And without wasting much of our time, we do well to present to you the first lady of the day and our team as she takes over from here. Professor Choma and your team, thank you for being here. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Our great information, and thank you to your team for all that you are. Of course, on behalf of the committee and all the other committees that are involved in the Biafra database and ID card project, we are saluting our Prime Minister, His Excellency, Honorable Simon Eba, and we are also saluting our Supreme Leader, Onyendu Mazinamdi Kanu. We also salute you, Biafrans, and we welcome all of you to this class. It is important that we all remember that active citizenship is essential in governance and in a free government that is responsive. This word, responsive, accountable to her citizens. The only that you can hold a government responsible so that they are responsible to your needs and accountable to you is through participation. Of course, you cannot participate if your government not know you. To know you, you have to in turn make yourself known to the government. The only way to do that is by participating in the acquisition of data. In this case, the Biafra government has developed a database that will hold the information of Biafrans so that the government would be able to serve you the way that you deserve to be served. So today marks the first of a series of public education that the government is conducting to, one, sensitize Biafrans, and two, educate Biafrans on why you have to participate in this database and ID card project. So without talking too much, let's get to why we are here. I hope everyone can see the screen. Yes. All right. The rules of engagement. Please, no questions, no unmuting of yourself until we get to the end of the training. Then we can take questions. I want to thank the members of the ID card and database committee listed on my left here. So today you are here for what we call the United States of Biafra Database and ID Card Registration Citizens Education Part 1. This already tells you that there is a Part 2 that will be coming when we are ready. What is it that you are here to learn? You may wonder. Well, at the end of this class, we expect you to know why you are to participate in the upcoming data collection and the different types of data collection. Why is that important? Of course, it is important because when someone would ask you, maybe non-believers may ask you, why do you have to participate in data collection? You should be able to explain to them. What are the different types of data collection categories? Right now, we have 4 different categories. We have the type A that we call the regular application, and this comes with the Biafra ID card. We have type B that we call the special status application, also applies to Biafra ID card. Type C is for people that are serving the Biafra government. And we have type D, where people register their information as a Biafran. In other words, this type D is for almost everybody that is a Biafran. We will also discuss the eligibility criteria for you to participate in one or the other type of data collection. We will talk about the required documents, and some of these documents at the end of this class, it might be really important for you to go out and start organizing your documents, putting them together so that as soon as the link is out, you will have a successful registration. Some of you may be wondering, but why should I participate in this data collection project? Aside from what I used as my preamble, let's go down the list of some of the reasons why you must participate. We are not listing everything because you as a citizen would also have your own reasons. Of course, your government needs to know who you are in order to be able to serve you as a citizen. Very soon we will be an independent nation with our government taking care of us. How would your government take care of you if the government doesn't know who you are? Talk of improved services. How would the government know that you need electricity, for example, if you don't know who you are? Targeted policies. For example, if you hail from a community that has gully erosion, well, the government would not know if the government doesn't know you to target certain policies toward you. Purification of water, provision of drainage systems, different types of systems. The government must know who you are in order to give you a targeted service. Public health planning. If you do not register, we would not know who you are. For example, if you are from a community that is about 50,000 people, and you listening to me now refuses to evangelize to your community to participate, and out of the 50,000, only 5,000 people will register, then the government may give you a small health center that can accommodate 5,000 people without knowing that there are 50,000 people. This is why you must participate. Infrastructure, urban planning, same thing. In a town of 100,000 people, the government may need to build a 2-story building library. But if you do not register, and the government looks at the database and says, oh, well, there are only 10,000 people, well, then they give you a 1-room public library. This is why you must participate. Public safety, same thing. If we say that every 1,000 Biafran needs 1 police officer, and your town is 10,000, that means you need 10 police officers. If you refuse to evangelize, if you refuse to participate in this data collection, and you get only 2,000 from your community, you get only 2 police officers, you must participate. Emergency response. We cannot respond to you in terms of erosion, in terms of flood, in terms of other natural disasters, fire, if we don't know that you exist. So you must participate. Social and economic planning, the same thing. If the government needs to budget money for children that are below a certain economic level in terms of poverty, without knowing that you exist, you cannot be served. Oh my God, border control. We don't even need to tell you that today the borders of Nigeria are porous. Nobody knows who comes in and who goes out. If your government doesn't know you, you will become a foreigner in your own land. Because when we look at the database and you're not there, then you become a foreigner. So we need this data to control the border. As you are controlling the border, you are controlling not just human beings, but you are also controlling illegal substances, you are controlling different types of trade, you are controlling the transmission of diseases. Monitoring and evaluation. as the government is providing you these services, they need to also ask you, the citizen, what is working so that the government continues, or what is not working so that we tweak what is not working, or even abolish what is not working. So now we know some of the reasons why we all need to participate, why we must all be active citizens. The immediate reason for you to participate is to exercise your most basic civic duty. In all developed countries, the most basic civic duty is the duty for you to cast your vote. So you need to participate in the upcoming self-referendum that the government of the United States of Biafra will be conducting. You've all heard our Prime Minister talk about that. This event is coming up in October, November. Voting in this self-referendum, it is a responsibility that is no less important than the job you are doing. You cannot say, oh, well, that's what it is. No. If you do not vote, your name will not be in the annals of Biafra history, and you will come to regret it. One day, it is something that you will have to regret. So, you must register your data with the Biafra government for you to participate in what the Prime Minister has called the Declaration of the Restoration of the Independent United States of Biafra Convention, coming up in October and November of this very year. As you register, you will have the opportunity to cast your vote. But in addition to that, for those of us that will be present during that convention, we have to get our ID card, because this ID card may very well be one of the required identification documents that will grant us access to that convention center in Helsinki. So now we know why you have to be an active participant. One person, one vote. For you to cast that vote, you must first of all register. Now let's talk about the different categories of data collection so that we all understand it and begin to think about the category that we fall into. Every Biafran must have a category. Type A, regular application for Biafra ID card. If you are a Biafran and you have not been contributing to our liberation, either financially or through service. Service could be that you are a broadcaster. Service could be that you are behind closed doors, providing some of the services that people, the Biafrans, are now seeing, but are not seeing your face. You have to go under the regular application. We cannot deny you an ID card because you are a bona fide Biafran, but you are not contributing to what we are doing. Type B, special status. Now, this is a perk for all the people that are contributing in one way or the other toward our liberation. Now, you must have evidence to support your special status, and we will get to that later. Type C, you have to be a government official who is volunteering time, resources, intellect, and what have you for you to apply under type C. There is type D. This is where you register as a Biafran, but you do not have to apply for ID card. Please note that this ID card is only available to Biafrans in diaspora. And that diaspora does not include people that live within Nigeria outside of Biafran land. No, you must be completely out of Nigeria, and you would find the reasons shortly. So, registering as a Biafran without applying for the ID card is a possibility for a group of Biafrans who, for example, are in diaspora but do not have a valid ID card or do not have a legal status where they live. So now I will pause and call on all Biafrans in diaspora. We have our brothers and sisters that are under hiding in different countries, including the country that I am in right now. We also have our brothers and sisters that have applied for asylum or refugee status, still waiting to get a ruling on their application. And there are some that are not even eligible for such status. We are calling you to make yourself known to your government. If the government does not know that you exist, then you are not a Biafran in diaspora and your government would not be able to help you. We will go also further to say that this registration process is really very important for this category of Biafrans. Because once Biafra becomes an independent state, you wouldn't have any need for asylum. You would just pack your bags, go back to Biafra land, where your government is guaranteed to protect your lives and your property. And if the government is found wanting, you can question the government without being persecuted. So please, Biafrans in diaspora who do not have legal status, once the link is out, run to that link, make yourself known. Biafrans in diaspora who may have valid ID card or legal status in their country of residence, but do not want the ID card, can also use type D category. I don't know why anybody would not want the ID card, but this option is open if you don't want the ID card. There's also an option for Biafrans in diaspora within Nigeria. What does this mean? It means that if you live anywhere outside the 40 states of the United States of Biafra plus Ebube, then you are in diaspora. We don't even need to tell you now. I think most of us have seen the Ekiti incidents where Biafrans were being harassed in Oduduwa land by customs officers. Other category of Biafrans that can use type D would be minors. If you are 17 years and below, you use this category because minors cannot vote in Biafra land. So, what are the eligibility criteria? We will go through some of them. At the end, once we are done with this education program, the requirements and everything would be made public. So, the registration as a Biafran will be conducted via the Biafra Security Administration database using a link that will be provided by the Biafra Republic government in exile, and it must be announced by the Prime Minister. Please take this part seriously and talk to your people. We already have seen a lot of links flying left, right, and center. The legitimate link for you to deposit your data is not out yet. And if you do not see it first from our Prime Minister and then propagated by the rest of us, it is fake. Do not go there. So what is required? Of course, you must be a Biafran by birth, or born of a father and a mother who by him or herself is a Biafran. Your origin must be established within the 40 states of Biafra plus a day. What does this mean? It means that we're going to trace your family tree. So if you are a Fulani person, a Duduwa person, or whoever without lineage within the 40 states of Biafra and Ebube, come to our website, provide fraudulent information, we will trace you and your application will be tossed. So if you know that you are not a Biafran, please don't even try because it would not work. For you to apply for the ID card, you must be eligible to first of all provide your data as a Biafran, meaning must be a Biafran and your origin must be traced through your lineage. In addition to that, then you must live in Diaspora and you must be legal where you live. Now, remember, the Biafra government does not and will not recognize Nigeria passport as an identification document. What are the materials that you need for a successful registration and application? You need your birth certificate if applicable. We know that some people do not have that. You need scanned copies of your passport data page, valid residence permit, or any document showing that you are legal in the country where you live. You do not need Nigeria passport. Don't even try. You will need a recent passport photo, and the requirements for the passport photo will come later. If you are a special status applicant, you have to provide the following information: receipts of your donations toward the Biafra liberation. Arrange your receipts in chronological order so as to help the reviewers to make sure that you are correct. Please do not recycle receipts. Please review your documents before you upload. If mistakes are found, your application will be thrown out. An active membership certificate from your current IPOB autopilot group, a participation certificate that you obtained during the Biafra Self-Referendum Convention 2023 that was held in Finland. If you attended and we have your information, you must have received your certificate. Family members can benefit from special status of their family member. But for you to benefit via special status of another family member, you must also provide evidence that that family member qualifies for special status. One quick example is a parent that may have a child that is 18 and above, but probably a student and not able to kind of contribute toward our liberation yet. That child may apply for ID card on the backs of his or her parents using that special status, but documentation must be provided. Here is a sample of the ID card. Please note, this sample may change as we are working on different formats. So what are the requirements? for the photo. Dimensions would be 35 millimeter by 45. We are essentially adopting the Finland photo standard. Image quality would have to be 300 dpi or above. There are height requirements. Other properties of the photo includes that it has to be a colored photograph. When you are saving the file for upload, save as JPEG. Please do not digitally manipulate your photo. Wearing of headgear is not allowed. Other information that you may need, make sure that your photo is taken within the last 6 months. Ensure that your face is clear on the photo. Do not use filters. Of course, selfies are not acceptable. If you have eyeglasses, earrings, or any piercing or anything, please, it's important to take them out. White background or off-white is a requirement. No shadows, textures, lines, or anything that may affect the quality of the background. Your head has to be facing forward with your eyes horizontal. Do not tilt your head. And there are other requirements that you would get once we publish these requirements. Of course, some people may not be able to stand due to medical conditions. Some people may not even be able to hold their head straight. If there are issues that may make you not abide by the photo requirement rules, please contact us, and these requirements would then be reviewed by person basis. Children under the age of 6 may be difficult to control. So they are exempt from certain things like positioning of the eye or the head. When you are taking your photo, we want you to just have a neutral expression, no smiling, no laughing, or any form of expression that may show your teeth or anything. If your child needs support during the photo session, try to put your hand underneath their cloth to hold them. But however you decide to provide support, just make sure that you will not be part of that photo. So as we are coming toward the end of this presentation, some of you will be wondering, if I provide my information to the government, will my data be protected? And the answer is yes. Your data will be protected by your government. The government will protect the confidentiality of your data to the maximum extent allowable by law. Capturing, recording, storage, and access to your data will be conducted in a manner that ensures your privacy. The Biafra government has data security protocol in place already. Before anyone would work with your data, there must be training and there must be agreement. We call that non-disclosure agreement. So all these are in place, and they are in place so that the government will minimize and or even prevent unauthorized access or use of your information. Storage of your data will be in accordance with robust standards set by the Biafra government IT team and the committee charged with handling and confidentiality of data. And of course, all the data collected will be encrypted This encryption mechanism prevents unauthorized access and use of your data. So after today's program, if you have additional questions, please contact your different liaison officers and representatives, the Brigade Media Team, or even visit your government website. Everybody should be able to always go to the government website for answers to certain questions that they may have. At this juncture, I will say thank you for attending this database and ID card registration citizens education part 1. Stay tuned. We'll be back for part 2 in no distant time. Thank you. And now we can take questions.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, please, the Minister of Information, there are hands up. We'll leave that to be calling people so that their questions will be answered. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our Minister, for that wonderful presentation. And please check your team, because I see new hands. Check those that are in your team that can enable their access to camera first before you go on, because the camera will not be enabled to everyone because we don't need discrepancy. Presentation was superb, and I want to say that the enthusiasm that I've seen from BIAFRANS in this very segment is overwhelming. Over 210 before we even started. This is lovely. Today we are in Australia, right? Are we in Australia?
No, we are in the US today. Tomorrow is Australia.
Okay, we are in the US today, North America and South America, but I can see that we are likely having the entire world here. So please, as we go to Australia tomorrow, follow us there. And as we also come back to Europe, follow us there. And please, it's like you're cheating some people. I did not say Africa in your program. So wait till I wait to put Africa for your program. So please go back and create a portfolio for Africa, because Africans are where Biafrans are actually fighting for the freedom. That is where Biafra land is. So acknowledge their presence. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So have you checked the people with hands if you have your team? Have you checked the people with hands if you have your team there, so that we can give them access first before we start taking questions?
We have Honorable Obi and Honorable Uche, and I just made Honorable Uche co-host. Obi is already a co-host, so they can say.
Is Minister Victor Adam not in your team? Because I can see his hand up here.
No, he's not.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Before we take public questions, give the mic to your team members. Let them say something before we move on.
Okay. Honorable Abi, where are you?
I'm here.
Please say something. After you, Honorable Uche will say something.
Good evening, Biafrans. Thank you, Honorable Chama, for your presentation. It was a great one. I thank you, the media team, Minister of Information. Thank you guys for being here with us as well. And my regards goes to our PM as well. And of course, our leader, Mazin Namdi Kanu, not forgotten, I never will be. Again, I am thanking Biafrans all over the world that are here today, and our US Biafrans. I thank you all for joining us today. You all have heard what Honorable Choma said. It's all happening before our very own eyes. We wanted a country for all of us. Now we can have our country. So the need to participate in this is very crucial. You have to make your voice heard. This is the true democracy. This is not what happened in Nigeria, you know? So in Biafra, we're going to make things right. We're going to put capability where capability is supposed to be. You know, you want a country whereby when you complain, government will pay attention to you. Government will know who you are. It's not like you are existing in the darkness. So government that will help you, you know, your kids you don't have to worry because your kids need to go to school and you don't have the money. It's government's responsibility to make sure that all the kids are going to school. We don't want to see kids hawking on the street of Biafra. It's not who we are. We are better than that. And everyone, this is the time to make your voice heard. You can bring yourself out and say, this is what I want. This is the type of country I want to be. Or you stay in Nigeria, you know. But I believe all Biafrans, I don't really think 99% of Biafrans are going for Biafra. So let us just join hands and do this together. Once again, I thank everyone, the team, and every friends of Biafrans as well that are supporting what we are doing. Thank you. And let's move.
Thank you so much. Honorable Uche, take the mic.
Thank you very much, Professor Choma. Thank you very much, honorable media team. Thank you very much, Wanda Obi. You have said it all. And I want to ensure Biafrans that we are not relenting. We are working day and night, ensuring that our dream comes to pass. So your confidence must be on the highest level. We are ready to play the international level. And because of that, transparency is the key. And that is what we are doing here. We are showing everybody that whatever we are doing, it's of the highest level. And we want to make sure that we have looked at integrity and we want to be part of integrity. Without taking much of your time, I also want to direct us on the question and answer section. Please, let's try to direct our questions based on this part 1, because we are still going to have part 2. So if you have questions that are not on this part 1, please hold on. When we come to that part 2, then you can be able to address those questions. But let's try to focus on the subject that has been discussed here this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Minister of Information and your team, you have the mic now.
All right, let's go to Victor Adil. Unmute yourself and throw in your question, please.
Thank you. Can I unmute myself?
Yeah, we can hear you. Right on.
I cannot unmute myself. Can you show my camera, please?
Yeah, we can hear you. You have unmuted. We can hear you.
Yeah, can you please unmute my camera?
Okay, your camera, please.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nothing is happening.
Yes, hold on. I'm coming. I need to be careful so that turning on the camera, some people that have.
Sonny, can I be handling the camera? Can you give me the chance to handle the camera?
Hold on, let me do something. I think the best person to be enabling the camera alone should be Professor Choma. Just click on Victor.
Sonny, let me take care of the camera. Sonny, please let me take care of the camera.
Minister, give it. I don't want to unmute anybody, please.
All right, Victor. Put on your camera now, please. Just now. Do that quickly.
Okay. All right, we can see you now. Go on, sir.
Oh, God. Thank you so much. Wow. Professor Choma, This is a very well presented project, crystal clear and easy to understand by all categories of people. And as one of the founders, as one of the people that provided the fund for this project, I am very, very pleased. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Very, very pleased. Talking about...
Switch off your camera.
No, I didn't. I don't know what's happening, man. I don't really know what is happening. You can see me now. Now,
Switch it on now, please. Switch it on, please, but don't switch it off again.
Oh, wow. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, we can see you.
Right, you can see me now. Okay. Now, talking about the traffic inquiries for this project, I'm even overwhelmed by the number of people wanting to know about the project, wanting to get involved in this project. I was on the London group WhatsApp platform, and they're all talking about this project. So they're asking Lolo, when is it going to come out? When are they going to register and things like that? Even on SPEACH, the same thing. The same thing. People are asking about the project. Now, my major concern will be the traffic based on the number of people inquiring about the project. My camera is switched off again, so I don't really know what is happening. Let me use this opportunity to...
You're going to walk like that. I don't know what's happening to the camera.
I don't know what is happening, man. I just want to use the opportunity to congratulate Professor Chioma and the team, whosoever is manipulating my camera and things. I wish you all the best. Thank you, everybody, and God bless. Bye.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Minister Victor. Thank you, Minister Victor. Let's go to Joseph Oku. Joseph Oku, unmute yourself. Joseph Oku, unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Hello. Dewono. Ekelemono. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Minister Bawa. Thank you, Pastor Van Van Van, and all the rest. I'm so much pleased to hear this today. I have been following everything he does, both the Prime Minister and all the rest. My question goes like this. Concerning the database and the data collection, if someone living in a diaspora and happens to change because of one reason or the other his age, and he has been using that age, he might
please,
be lower.
Prof, make a PM co-host, please. Co-host PM, please.
Okay, let me find him. Please, questions for me.
Just type Simon Ekpa on your search. Search Simon Ekpa.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Okay. All right, PM, you are co-hosted, and welcome, sir.
Very much, Professor Chama, for the job well done, and thanks to your team and every other person who have participated in making this particular project a success today. Of course, I have been here since the beginning of the program, and I decided not to disturb anybody.
Oh,
as we give a chance to people to for their questions, please, the media team, I will appeal to whoever that is controlling the system to adhere to the request of the people. People ask you to on their video, and if what happened to Victor repeat again, we will remove everybody from co-host and give it to one person. Thank you. That's all I want to say for now. The question that this brother is asking at this point We are not going to correct your age. If you live in a country and have used a fake age, and you have alternative document given to you because of the information you submitted to that country, we are going to abide by that particular document. And that document is what we are going to verify within Junior. If you have a different age or whatever happens to your document that made you change your age, we are going to sort that out, following the policy and the rules that the Biafra government will lay on ground. That will happen in Biafra land and in Biafra country, not in this exile government. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. Thank you.
Okay, we go to the next person. And welcome to the Zoom. One unmute yourself.
Hello?
Am I?
Yeah. Hello?
Can hear you.
Yes, you can hear you.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody, more especially our Prime Minister, Mali Simon. So my question is, I've been an active participant in the Biafra restoration, but since 2020, my business crashed. I can't even, everywhere I put my money, I lost my money. So that's why I've been finding it difficult to support financially. But I've been very, very active in doing everything. I live in Togo, but one time I collected a number of somebody, say representative in Togo. When I called the person was so rude on me. He was asking me why am I calling him this and that. So I decided to switch off. I wanted to start contributing no matter how small, but the person was so rude on me. So I want to know if there is anybody linked to direct me the person in charge of Togo, so that the little I have, I contribute, because my business is struggling. Thank you very much.
Mazi.
We have coordinators who check our website and then we will get you the number. So you can visit our website, ithiopianusa.org/contact-us. When you enter the website, you click on the contact thing. You will see all the contacts of countries and coordinators and admins there and representatives of the continent. Thank you.
Yeah, I collected the number of the person from the website, but when I called him, he didn't want to give me. It's like suspecting who is calling. So I explained myself to him, but he didn't pay attention to me. So I said, I don't know, because me, Sonia, I've been trying to get your contact to call you directly, but when I go to the Twitter page, I don't see how to connect with you. That's my problem.
Okay, I will message the African reps number to privately here inside the Zoom. Then you reach out to the African rep from there. It will reach out to the coordinator of Africa. Thank you.
Thank you very much. God bless all of you.
No, thank you so much. We go to Victor. Victor, unmute yourself. Victor, unmute yourself. Victor, unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Very well, sir. Can hear you. Go on.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon. My able Prime Minister, I'm grateful. May God Almighty guide and protect you always. My question is that where I'm residing, we are doing it in a group. So, the person we are sending our money is the owner of the account. Then we pay to his account. Then he converts to dollar and pay in group. So I don't know how they're going to do about it, or is there any way they can use to know everybody that's contributed?
Do you have any problem since you have been using that process?
No, No. I haven't had.
Okay, so and which country is that?
UAE.
UAE. So if you are in UAE or any other country at all, if you are making donation, make sure that the names of the donors are listed in the message. There is possibility to list the names of, to write a message on that donation so that when the receipt is coming, your name will be there. Another thing is that as you are making donation, you are sending the names of the donors to us. Sometimes those names are being documented, of course, as we are calling it, but we are going to see how we can try to, make it in a way that the message box of the donors will be increased to contain as large a number as possible, the names of the people. And if that is not possible, you continue the way you have been doing it, which is the names of the people that make the donation must be listed on the paper and sent to the government. We will be documenting it as much as we can. That is if we do not find a solution to make your name reflect in the receipt. But it's very important that as you are making your group donation, your names are listed on the message box. So I will talk with the IT, personnel that are working on the website to see if we can create the message box to contain a lot of words, so that it can contain those who may be up to 50, 100, and so on. But if that doesn't work, then you continue to make your donation and just demand receipt of the donation, and the person can forward the receipt or show you guys the receipt during the meeting. And then, of course, that receipt can also be forwarded to the media team that will now verify whether the amount was actually remitted to the government or not. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Been blessed, sir.
Okay, we go to Joseph Kidebere. Joseph, you have the mic.
Good evening, my PM.
There we go.
Good evening, Honorable Minister of Information. Please, I want to ask a question concerning what Professor Chioma said. When she was presenting, explaining how to, or what that is required in data collection, she mentioned about Nigeria passport that is not acceptable. So I want to ask, what of we that is using Nigeria passport here in Africa? Our residence permit here is fishing inside the Nigeria passport. So how will we present it that Nigeria passport in and here? Thank you.
Thank you very much for that question. I think, like you said, if the residence permit is attached to your passport, simply scan that page of your residence permit, and that should be enough.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, European Rep, for taking that. If I please unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening. I've done that. Good evening. Good evening, my PM. I want to use this opportunity to thank you for what you are doing. Quite all right. It's quite amazing. I really appreciate it. Without you, I don't know where we all would have been today. My question is I'm interested in joining because I saw something on your Twitter handle when you posted I think last two days about recruitment, and I'm interested. I've used the email to submit my information quite a lot, but it's not working. It's not working. I don't know how to do it. I really want to join.
What do you understand by the recruitment?
That is why I wanted to go through the email, then read more about it, but the details was not given actually on your writing.
You are applying for something you don't know about, you don't know anything about. Did you read the post very well?
I did.
What does the post say?
The post said about the Biafra government in exile, about the recruitment for self-determination. For liberation. For liberation. I think that was what the key of the post.
The post did not say anything. Self-determination or liberation. The post said recruitment into the board for Biafra Declaration Drafting Committee or Biafra Declaration Drafting Board. So it is for those who will draft the wording of the declaration of the restoration of Biafra. It is not a recruitment. I don't know where you people are getting the recruitment as if we are recruiting into different board or into different department of the government. We're not recruiting. We are only asking for people who are interested to be part of the drafting of the declaration board.
Okay, thank you very much.
If you have sent your message to the email, it will be attended to. And if you are lucky to be part of them, you'll be part of them. But for now, automatically, every state will be represented. So we have already 40. We are going to have 40 people on the committee standby from the 40 states. So every state will appoint one person to be part of the drafting board. So at the end of the day, the government cabinet of the government of Biafra Republic in exile will have their own people from the cabinet who will now spearhead the drafting of the declaration. So, so those who are coming from our side may have less chance to be selected at the end of the day. But it is good to apply so we know if you make it to the committee or to the board, as you may call it. So those who are interested are still have the opportunity to apply. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Ian, please, at this very point with that question, I would love you to also clarify to the Biafran people because some of them are calling in and understanding the recruitment of the Biafran Liberation Front and resistance fighters and Biafran media. And we will verify that to them. Think that is provided for them. We will also put that on notice for them to understand very well.
The Biafra government is not recruiting into any of the armed forces. We are not recruiting into any security apparatus of the Biafra government at this point. We are not recruiting anybody into the Biafra Liberation Army, resistance fighters, Navy, and what have you. The only recruitment that has been announced is just for the board of the drafting declaration drafting board that we happen to see. And this recruitment will end on the 28th of January 2024. So after 28th January, the board for the declaration drafting board will go to work. So if you are contacted after 28th, you know that you made it to the board. If you are not contacted, you may wait until another opportunity to serve Biafra. Thank you.
Thank you. Ma, this is a comma. Make yourself.
Thank you. Okay. Do I have to do it? Okay. My question is regarding the categories of registration. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, regarding the categories of registration, and I could remember vividly that the D category is for everybody. but I'm not sure that day, do people require ID as well to register on that last category? Because he said if people are seeking asylum, I don't know if people that are visitors in Europe or people that are just hanging around within Europe, if they are permitted to register in that category D. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. First of all, you have to understand that you must be a resident in Europe or in diaspora before you can be eligible to apply for the identity card. And then this section is about data collection. So in the process of this data collection, there are three types of identity card registration. So the first one is regular and the special, the government in exile, and then the last part which you just asked. So in the process of these applications, we are also collecting data as well. So the last part, there is no application involved in that last part. So it's all about giving your data. If you're not qualified to apply for any of the identification card, then you have an option to only give your data to the government in exile. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
In addition to that, I want everyone to understand that as you are making your submitting your data on that D section, you are at the same time voting for Biafra referendum. This is very important for everybody to know, so that you are going to participate massively. The same thing is applicable to ID card applicant and what have you. But for the category D is one of the most important one because it is solely for data collection. And as we are collecting this data, you are voting yes or no for Biafra referendum. And of course, this voting and this data collected, especially on the voting side, will be presented to the United Nations, to international community that may be interested to know how we arrive at our numbers. And what we're looking at is from 20 million up. So whether you hate Simon Ekpa or you don't hate Simon Ekpa, it is time for you, if you really actually a Biafran, forget about Simon Ekpa, submit your data, vote for Biafra. The referendum is here. There is no any other way. This is going to be one of the most important democratic process that Biafra ever had in the history of mankind. So we are doing it, the digital voting, and we will be the first country. We will be the first country digital to have a digital. It is costing time and money. So everybody should, every Biafran should be part of this generation. To be part where our first referendum is being conducted. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. We go to KKP George. KKP George, unmute yourself.
Oh, hey,
You have the mic.
Biafra. Oh, hey, Biafra. Oh, hey, Biafra.
Can
I come out? Can I come out? I thank you very much. My PM. I thank you, Professor. I thank everybody for what you are doing. Please, my question is this. How can somebody is this registration so simple that every one of us, maybe those that are living in the rural areas, can use their small smartphone, maybe take note, and register and capture the photo and everything, especially that photo aspect of it. I believe that it is possible to do it that way. Is it possible like that? That is my question.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, it is possible. Everybody that has a smartphone, wherever you are, you have the opportunity to register using your phone.
Thank you. My peer, please, I have one other thing to beg. Please, I know when this is coming October, it will not going to take us 3 months for we to eradicate all this nonsense in our Biafran land. Please, I'm begging you. We don't have enough time to reflect. Let us use this to inflict a very big pain on these people before everything will go off. Because we have only 3 months. Before that 3 months, let us do the water. To remember people that died in 1996. I don't have any uncle as you're looking at me now. So please, my PM, please. I know we have gone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. What I will promise you and the other Biafrans is that the Biafra government will do everything to neutralize the presence of Nigeria within Biafra land. Everything possible. And it has started. Like you all know, we are not relenting. So our main objective and agenda is to make sure that every presence of Nigeria is eliminated within Biafra territory. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. God bless you. All here, Biafra.
Thank you, Emil. We go to Prudence. Prudence, madam. Prudence, unmute yourself.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Obi mpana n'ihe niile n'aka nụ and ọ dị kata na eze na-ekwu okwu n'ihe banyere nwere onwe Biafra. Ajụjụ m bụ mgbe gara aga anyị na-eme nnọkọ na ọdịda anyanwụ.
Can you please flow in English so that the entire world will understand you?
Okay. Let me speak in English because I mean that's why I'm. And before now, we have a year ago, and it's not quite long I joined them. Then we can do and give what I was gathering anyway, avoid arrest and debate. So since then, everybody is passionate. The question I have is come back and even reach on that. And I think the first experiment I have made something for the whole. So as it is now, I just 1 month ago, because I think it's in my I for myself, so I don't have much. I speech, talk to people about Biafra, I follow and speak what I can speak. So being in the zoo, you go questions, avoid things, research. So being here now, there is no kind of thing. Gathering in the identified for that. Right. So what is our fate? Like, how are we going to go about the situation? Or what's the condition? So, and again, another question is, if we are told, if someone I want, how possible is it to put Naira?
Sorry, your voice is not, I don't know if it's from here, but your voice is sort of going in and out, so you're not.
Oh, okay. Okay, my last question was, if we here now, and I'm documented west of Nigeria, so now maybe now we're
stay in English, if you can stay in English, because we're.
If I have money, if I actually maybe have money, how can we be able to continue in Naira? And my previous question was that before I joined, for not quite long, I joined HOS where we for later, our leader gave a order that we should avoid the killings and arrest. So by then, from that order, everybody had to then not the meeting, and there was no meeting, there was no communication. So we that are here now, if not that I'm putting online, there was no kind of. Is there any crowd where maybe is the later process to
Which state are you from?
Lagos.
I mean, which of the states are you in Biafra?
I'm Ebonyi State.
Which of the Ebonyi state? Ebonyi, is it the old one? Are you from Edda? Are you from Ebonyi? Are you from which one?
Info, so I'm yet to find out the state to vote. But in the former Ebonyi state, I'm from Info. So I don't know which one I do. I know it may not be Edda, that's from.
Okay, so can I have your number?
You will, sir.
You want to send it to me privately?
Let me send it to you privately. That's for the first reason.
All right. So we are going to create a WhatsApp group, a WhatsApp platform that will be receiving everybody that wants to locate his or her state. You will write the name of your old local government and send to that platform, to that WhatsApp group, and you will be connected to your state. This will take effect from tomorrow. So I will announce it. However, if you can send me a private message on this Zoom, somebody will contact you. Thank you.
Okay, sir. As the judge of now, some people that I did talk to about just that, people that do not have phone and are willing to register, how would they go about it?
If they don't have phone and they're willing to register, you go through your friends. You go through your friend's phone and register. You go through your friend's computer and register. And so it is as easy as that. If you don't have a phone or you don't have a smartphone or you want to register, go through your friend, borrow their phone, register, submit your data, and that's it.
Okay. Let me see how I send my number.
Thank you.
God bless you, sir. We pray for you every day and our leader and everyone that participates in the struggle. And I believe it was I after our prayer. Only give us some. Thank you.
I will quickly take one question from the chat section. Someone has raised a concern here. Do we have data protection policy and structure to avoid witch hunting Nigerian agents not exploring the database list we became vulnerable? Thank you, wonderful team. The answer is yes, we have data protection policy, as our professor explained during our presentation. Your data is well secured with the government in exile. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. We go over to Okuta Biafra TV on it yourself. Okuta Biafra TV, you have the mic.
Good evening, my PM. Is my voice coming out?
Yes, your voice is coming out. Go on, please. Go on.
Okay. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Please, I have this question. What of those of our mother that is in remote villages? Understand? So I need how can we, register them? At least if the thing will be more educative, educate us how to do it practically.
It is as easy as ABC. If you have somebody who have a smartphone in your entire village, you can serve that purpose. So the village that doesn't have phone, let one person have phone in the village and have the data collected.
Okay, one phone can do everything.
One phone can do everything. If you get 2, it's a plus. If you get 3, it's a plus. If you get 4 in your village, if your entire village have one phone, it is going to take you 1 month to collect all the data there. It doesn't matter. We have enough time.
Thank you. We go to Andy Johnston. Andy Johnston, unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. The question I want to ask is regarding of what our sister expressed about this thing. the size of the pictures when somebody want to upload it. My question now will be explain the requirement again before it goes on the website.
Yes, of course, the application requirements go to the website. That is the first step before you attempt to go through the application process. You first of all go check the eligibility and then the application requirements before you even pick up. So the answer is yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we go to Study Bay on Mr. Study Bay on Mr. Ready? Okay, Manu Tutuku on Mr. Manu Tutuku, you have the mic.
Oh, sorry, Minister. I was thinking my question has been answered. I forgot to raise my hand now. But I would like to make to have some more lights thrown on my question. It's regarding passports. I don't know, do we at this time need to abandon the Nigerian passports for those of us who don't have an alternative? Or do we still hold on to it?
Everything Nigeria passport, we are not validating it. So I don't know, depending on what categories of application you are talking about. Are you talking about the categories of data collection, or are you talking about the categories of ID card? Which one?
For the both purposes, ID card and data collection.
Data collection does not actually need much, as we have listed here. But for you to qualify to get Biafra National Identity Card, it will require you to present us with a valid and acceptable means of identification. One of them is not a Nigeria passport. So
yes,
for data collection, you can submit your data, and of course, with the other minor requirements that's required. We just want to know that those submitting their data for the referendum, self-referendum, are Biafrans. So you have the opportunity to answer yes for Biafra or no for Biafra. By then, doing that, the Biafra government will assess and investigate your application and see whether you will be approved as a Biafra or not. So based on your yes or no, probably, there are many mechanisms that will be used to accept your data as a Biafran. So, but one of them is probably going to be either the vote, your reaction to the referendum voting or not. So when you submit your data, does not mean that everything is express acceptance. So the government will go into internal, deliberation and investigation to accept. Of course, even if you are rejected, it's not final. When Biafra come and we have restored the territorial integrity of Biafra and validated by nations and United Nations as well, then we'll go into proper data collection that will require physical contact and ward to ward, district to district, county to county, and state to state. So for now, we need this particular structure in order to conduct our self-referendum and declare Biafra this year. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much, Minister. That was well detailed. And I think the Biafran, the European rep has answered this already. I understood it, but I was just asking, like, maybe I have the luxury of asking another question concerning passports. Do we really need to have the Nigerian passport again for those of us who really require it to renew our documents in our places of residence?
You need to have your passport. You need to have your passport because that's what you are using where you are. You need to have your passport, yes. If they accept it, you need to have it. In many countries, they are not accepting Nigerian passport again as a means of identification. So, but if that is what is required to renew your document where you are, why not? You need to have it to renew your document. Thank you.
Indeed. Thank you very much. God bless.
All right. Mando, I hope you have muted yourself so you don't keep your mic open. We go to Darlington. Darlington, unmute yourself. You have the mic?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, go on.
Okay, good afternoon, PM. I'm very grateful for the job you are doing for Biafran people. My question go like this, because you know most of Biafrans here in Diaspora, most of them they don't use their original name, but most of them use their surname, but they don't use their original name. So can it be acceptable for the data collection? And secondly, most of Biafra diaspora they have their families in Biafra land. So how can they capture the photo of their beloved ones in Biafra land into the database? So all these we need to know. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thank you very much. It is very easy. In some way, you are required to capture your picture if you are making certain registration, to submit your ID card or submit your picture or portrait or facial picture. It's the same way it is going to be. So while you are making the application, you will come to the section where it will tell you to upload, and when you click on it, it will either open your camera. You can either choose with your camera or choose from your photo library. So that's how it is going to be. And you don't need to be there. You can just tell them the only thing they need is the website of the data collection, the Biafra data collection website, the Biafra security website. So the Biafra security website, once they go there, the only thing they need is the link. So when you send the link to them, they will go there and probably you must have registered your own and submitted your data. So you can also advise them how to do it. But we have made it in a way that it is as easy as anything that anybody, including those who are not computer literate, will be able to operate. So just go there, follow the instruction, section to section of questions, answer those questions, submit those informations. When it comes to the section where you need to take picture, it will prompt, that will pop up. You click on it. If it asks you, use your phone camera, just click use your phone camera. The camera will be on. You can take the picture and then submit. So it's very, very easy. Thank you.
Okay. Secondly, based on the name, based on the name, the surname.
Okay, based on the name, I've explained that thing before. We are verifying the name you are answering now and the document you are using in your country of residence. So that's what we are verifying. So we don't accept any name that is different from what is in your document. When Biafra come, by the time we have declared and restore Biafra, you can begin to submit required document in order to change to the original name, to the original and family name. That will happen in Biafra land and will be approved by Biafra government. If you meet the requirement and the criteria to have your original name, because what we know now is what you are answering in Europe where you are, in America where you are. We are going to trust those documents issued to you by those states. So anything different from that data you have where you are living, we will not accept it. So you must answer that name until you find yourself Biafra government. Then Biafra government can be able to initiate the change to your real name after you have submitted the required document to prove that yes, the name you are submitting to us is indeed your name.
Okay. Thank you very much, DM. Because the reason why I asked this question is that I heard Professor Shloma when he said that because of the verified if they want to really verify the name, okay, but the surname will be verified. So that's the reason why I asked the question.
Yeah, the verification process is the document you are using to register with the Biafra government is the document we are going to verify using Jumio. So, and of course, who are not Biafrans and then want to cheat the system, that's what she meant. You can't cheat the system because we are going to go through different rigorous process to verify you. You know, for those who want to join Biafra. One of the way to verify you is when you vote no for Biafra referendum. Automatically, you are not a Biafra because so once you vote that no, yeah, you are not a Biafra. That is one. In as much as we are going to be making sure we fish out those who are not Biafra, of course, we can't give our ID card to non-Biafrans. For data, we need as many as possible who claim to be Biafra. Once you vote no to Biafra, we suspect your identity. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, my PM. Everyone.
And please, those that are raising their hands, if your questions have been addressed, I urge you to withdraw your hand so that those that have new questions can ask them and will be able to take in all questions from everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, European Rep. Sammy, unmute yourself. Sammy, unmute yourself. Sammy, unmute yourself. Not ready. Mazi Chidera, unmute yourself. Okay, hello. Sammy, you have the mic.
Good evening, Biafran.
Good evening.
Prime Minister, good evening, everybody, the ministers and all the cabinet. I'm sorry, maybe my voice will not be coming out. I just want to fix something. So, I'm not asking a question. What I want to ask is a suggestion, because this data capturing, to my belief, is a very important and vital tool for us to get to our referendum. So I believe and thinking that if the way the speaker, the professor has already explained to us, if we can reproduce this like in a WhatsApp form or in message form after all this, with all the things the Prime Minister has already explained, put all of them together and then can send it out in a WhatsApp form so that, like for us in the UK family unit, we can then reproduce it and send it out to so many other people. Like in the UK, there is a lot of people who don't even know what is going on, so that can be able to send such type of information through WhatsApp, so that if even the zoo itself, if they see such type of information, they will know that we are serious, although they know that we are serious. But I think it will help us to get so many other people. It's the kind of suggestion I'm trying to put across, if that can be accepted. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. Your submission has been well noted. Thank you.
Yes, and then also I want everybody to understand that we can never make it for everybody to like it. So, but we're going to start the data collection. As we are collecting the data, we'll be facing the challenges and making amendments on it. So, you don't expect everything to be perfect before we start. So, we're going to start just as you are listening to the part by part of the guide to the application. By after this month, the data collection will kick off. The Biafra security website will be unveiled in February, and immediately the data collection will start. So anybody that is having challenges on that can now come to a gathering like this. We'll be having a weekly briefing, either weekly or twice, once in 2 weeks briefing on data and Biafra referendum. So I will be having that briefing every second week, every 2 weeks, in order to know what challenges people are having in the data collection. Because this data collection will last as long as possible until we have from 20 million people off. Thank you.
Thank you so much, PM.
Let me take one question from the message side, if you permit me. We have a message here from Sunday. He said, I heard when you mentioned all important for those working hard supposed to register, but what of those commenting, defending the struggle on social media? Where can they register since those who are broadcasting showing their faces on media ads where to register, as you say, ABCD was not the same category? So the simple answer to this is that we have different means of identifying those who have contributed and followed the struggle simultaneously. So your social media account is also one of those requirements. So you have to keep records of your participation in that sense. So it falls on the special status, which is the status. So please keep the records of your participation, of the struggle, and how you have followed the struggle up to this moment. Thank you very much, Sunday.
Thank you. Please, if you are finished, speak, lower your hand. Once you keep your hand up again. Madam Chidera, unmute yourself.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, my PM. Thanks you to Professor Choma and the team. I greet everybody. Am I coming out loud? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. Concerning the people around Africa, like somewhere in Senegal here, we don't have a rep, a kind of an admin here in Senegal. So will that be a difficulty for those of us here? How do we go about the registration and all of that concerning the ID card and the registration for the regular? Then my question again is about those our grandma or papa in the homeland who do not have a document kind of ID card. You know the zoo we are. Many doesn't have an ID card or any form of identification in that zoo. So would that be a difficulty for them, or is just to give the official recognition to the camera? Would that be enough? And third of all, the people who have been contributing are like somewhere in Africa and they are contributing through the homeland. So how do they keep the record of their contribution towards the application of identification card? So these are my worries and my questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are going to use the self-verification process similar to what we used during the convention last year. So you have a rep in your country or admin in your country. So when you are making the application, if you fall into the categories, or your country falls into the categories where we need to verify from your country admin, we will have to contact your country admin for individual verification. So this is what we're going to do. We've done it before last year during the Finland Convention, where people that are making application were verified individually. So that shouldn't be a problem. Thank you.
Again, I want to also remind us that this process is more of about data collection, and we have to focus on that to be able to participate in the referendum. Unfortunately, not everybody would be able to apply for identity card at this point, depending on your eligibility. But your data collection is much more important. So let's not get distracted that we might not be able to obtain an identification card, because that is just for those who their identity can be verified beyond every reasonable doubt. But the data collection is the most important aspect at this point. Thank you very much.
Thank you. What Mwamoya, unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yeah, well.
Good evening, my Prime Minister. Am I coming out loud, please?
Very well, very well, very well. Very well.
All right. Good evening, my PM. Good evening, BIAFRANS. I don't know if those in the government have right to ask questions too.
Of course, you can ask question.
Okay, so my question is the kind of group of my ID card that I'm going to as a member of the government is my family members, my wife and my children. Are they going to have the same? If no, is there anything that will indicate in their own ID card that they are from me? Thank you.
You mean you and your family have different names or what?
No, we don't have different names.
So what exactly is the question?
The question is, like my wife now, if you're going to get the same ID card that I get.
Because you are in the government?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
They are going to get the same ID card like every Biafran.
Okay.
Why you, who is serving in Biafra government, will have the special status ID card.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, we go to Infinix 86516. Meet yourself. Infinix X6516, unmute yourself. We go to Eze Michael, unmute yourself. Eze Michael, unmute yourself. We go to
my prime minister.
Go on.
Please, my question is this. I want to know if someone who is using a temporary asylum permit, is it allowed for the data collection and the ID card? Thank you.
Temporary asylum permit is not a valid document yet, so it will not be accepted by the government. You still fall under, but if you have a residence permit issued by the country, not a temporary asylum permit, but a residence permit issued by the country, we will validate that. Thank you.
All right, Infinix, unmute yourself. Infinix X6516, you have the mic.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening from there.
Good evening, my Prime Minister, the People's Prime Minister. I give God glory for this day. May the Almighty God bless you mightily. All the cabinet members, I salute every one of us. My question is this. Like some of us that are not in Biafra land, we're still in the zoo country anyway, in some part of it. Then, how do we use those somebody like me that don't have the Nigeria passport? Can I use something like a driver's license, any of their administration ID card for the data collection? Is it valid? That is number one. Number two question is this. My old states in Biafra land is Enugu. Now, presently, Asiana state. So I want to know how I will be making my little contribution to how to get connected with them, making my little contribution. Will it be possible staying outside Biafra land than to making my little contribution? That's my question. Thank you.
Somebody else answer that because I'm a little distracted. Thank you. Or you can repeat the question again, just brief.
Okay. What I said is this. Number one, I am not residing in Biafra land presently, but in a part of Nigeria, Zoo country. Then, outside using the international passport, that's the Nigeria passport, can I use any of the identification, means of identification like voter's card or driver's license for the data collection. That's number one. Number two, my vote.
Let me answer that. Let me answer that before you go to number two. We do not need anything Nigeria, driver's license or whatever to collect your data. So, and you are not going to be issued with your ID card if you are in Nigeria.
Okay.
So all we need is just your data and then for you to vote for the referendum.
Okay, just my data for the referendum. Yes. Okay. And number two question is this. My state currently is an state. And I want to know how to connect to my methods so that I'll be making my own contribution for the struggle. So I've been involved in it even when Onion was outside. Yeah. So I want to know how to get connected to them. Yes, go to Enugu State. Now Ezana State.
Okay, so can you send your number right away to me privately on this group?
Okay.
Or in this chat?
Okay, should I go to the chat and send my number there?
Yes, send your number there and say Ezan, you are from Ezan, and I will connect to the Ezan State.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to Ikenna Odi. Ikenna Odi, unmute yourself.
You hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Go on.
Okay, my question goes like this. Like some of us that is out of status, can we use our driving license for that?
Unfortunately, we only accept a valid residence permit or an international passport from a foreign nation. So at this point, driver's license is not a valid document. It's a license for driving and not an identification document per se. So unfortunately, where are you currently? Which region are you currently?
US, Texas.
In US, of course, if you have you don't have a resident status there.
No.
Okay, then you have to focus on the data collection, which is most important because it will enable you to participate in the referendum. So focus on data collection for now.
Okay. Yes.
So sorry, if so you are resident in the United States, do you have the US issued driver's license?
Yes.
And you don't have a residence card in the US?
Yeah, I'm out of status.
Out of status. So you had it before?
Yes. And
on that basis, you have your
driving license.
The driver's license. Okay. Then in that case, you can apply for the ID card if you have been issued with a permit in the US before and you are out of status and you have a valid driver's license. Yes, you can apply for it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, and of course this is going to be applicable to every other person anywhere in the world. But of course, you will need to also have the copy of your expired decision for the ID card or for the permit or the expired permit card or whatever you use in your country, in addition to the driver's license. Thank you.
Excuse me, the only because they always collect it once it's expired, they will collect every other thing, leaving with only your driving license.
All right. I believe that if you are given a driver's license and you're out of the status, that should be enough. Your driver's license should be enough. If we can be able to verify that you are out of the status, so we don't have a problem with that.
Okay, thank you.
And then also we understand that a U.S. driving license is also means of identification. So it's, it should be acceptable by the Biafra government. Also, I've just been told that our verification company, Jumio, Jumio is also using driver's license as a means of verification. So that's already confirmed. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Graham. We go to.
And of course, in this process, I want everybody to understand that in this process, there is going to be back and forth at the end of the day because we are just starting, and so information may be flying here and there, and at the end of the day, we are going to, come to amicable solution. So we are going to, we may face some difficulties in the beginning, but we are going to get it right at the end of the day. So. Nobody should think that information is coming from left and right center. It is going to happen like that. But at the end, we'll get it right. So the next person, please.
Itel Vision 3. Itel Vision 3, unmute yourself. Itel Vision 3, unmute yourself. You're not ready. Equate PD, unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Equate Itel. Okay, we can hear you. Itel, go on. Wait.
Okay. I just thank everybody. Good evening from here. This is Civic from Mobutu, Mozambique. So my question is like this. It's directly not for PM, but directly to the lady for the database. I just want to know if there is a database arrangement, like I myself as in my family, I have my wife, my children. Is there any way that if my database is taken, then my children and the other of my family bearing the same name with me will be in the same column, so that anytime I want to access the database of my family or my children or whatever, or is it going to be scattered? Because like my family is in Nigeria, Lagos there, but why I'm here in Mobutu? If my database are taken, because I know we're going to have a serial number for the database, how are they going to make the arrangement to fix each person with his own family? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I don't think you are supposed to be the one worrying about the data scattering or not. That is the work of the government. Your own is that your data is collected and secured, and wherever you want to have any dealing with the government or any institution in Biafra, your data is accessible easily by any institution, from hospital to social services to bank to authorities to police to army and all that. So that should be your concern. It's not how we arrange the data or whether your family is started or not. One thing you have to know is that even in a developed country like in the United States, family application and serial number are never the same. So people collect 005 as why other family members can have even 1 million, because the number is rising on a daily basis. So it can never be the same. But the only thing is that your data is collected under your names are their chronological order, and whenever the government want to know, have information about you, they have it very easily. When any authority or any institution within the Biafra government want to check about you, they have it easily. That is what matters. It is not your responsibility to make it not to scatter or to make it easier. We know what we're doing, so you don't need to worry about how we organize the data at all. Your information, your own concern is that your data is accessible by the government of Biafra when needed. Thank you.
And if I may add to that, PM, please, that asked the question, note that you will not have access to the government database. Only people that are permitted to have access for whatever specific job that they are to do would have access to the government database. And then during your registration, Absolutely. You will be asked to list the names of your family members, your spouse, your children, your siblings, and your kinsmen. You will be asked those information, but like the PM said, do not worry about where anybody falls in. Whenever we need information for certain service, the person that is supposed to have access will be given limited access. They will go in, do the job that they want to do. The access will be taken. And as they are walking through the database, they are being monitored. Thank you.
Okay. Can I go to the second question?
Go ahead, please, quickly.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. My dear. The answer is okay. Then my second question goes like this. Like some of us, we don't have a media platform, but we have been in this struggle for more than 80 years. And our aim is to counter any attack against the government. Like from Mazen Amdekano, I could remember when this police from Adamawa posted something in a form of Sharia to condemn Mazen Amdekano when the rendition in. I was such a person that my comment was a different thing, that has a different attack, and I was being tracking for death. And I remember also another time when they talked against PM using the name of Mazen Amdekano. I posted something in the Jofo platform, which he deleted his comment. I come around, I begin to post about it, that PM has the right to use any of our former heroes, or even living or dead ones, that the IPOB is meant for all of us. Otherwise, we will have different IPOB, ABCD, of 1, 2, 3. So now, did I fall into the category of a media? Because day and night, I'm watching to see who go contrary to what we are doing, that I don't have platform. Which category am I going to fall in? Thank you. The category of a citizen of Biafra who is using his talent to propagate and defend Biafra struggle and liberation. So, and you continue to do that without, being any member of any group. As it is now, the Biafra government has official media team group. So, if you wish to serve Biafra in any capacity, you can make that you can make the application through the recruitment department, recruitment email, which is outside there. You can show interest where you want to serve Biafra, where you think you can serve Biafra, and the people that are responsible for that particular recruitment will respond to you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we go to Equity. You can speak now.
Oh, okay. Good evening, everyone. Yeah. My question is this. I'm aware of the new state and I follow up everything about the new state, but I'm from Old Enugu, so I don't know the local government. My local government, I don't know the new state it falls now. So I needed to know. And it's very important. Maybe I can send a message to, I have a PM WhatsApp number. I can send him a message so that I can get the current state my local government for in Enugu, Old Enugu.
So what is your local government?
Aninle local government.
And beginning?
Aninle
local government.
Yes.
Okay. Aninle local government. Please, who is from Old Enugu here? Who can answer that?
Well, we were carved out to December.
Okay. Well, we are going to have, like I said, we're going to create a WhatsApp line where the issue is for people to locate their state, and that will be up and running from tomorrow. So tomorrow, I will make the number public. And that number will only be receiving, informations, questions concerning the state. So somebody will be answering you, and once you send your question about. And so the game is ready, and that's what we're doing. So those of you looking for your state, please be patient. From tomorrow, our general WhatsApp number will be open to serve you. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Alfonso.
Oh.
Hello. Yeah, hello. Can you hear me now? Yeah, sorry, I don't know if this is the right question. I'm just asking, we haven't got any airport, and we have one route to go to Biafra land, which is from Lagos to Biafra land. Say we want to go home, or we want to travel, say we get Biafra, or we are still in the process, and this Biafra something starts going on very well. How do we go? Because I know the Janjaweed people, they would like to maybe disturb or segregate us. I don't know. How do we go about that?
Thank you very much. The most important thing is that you have the place where plane is landing, right? You have the place where plane is landing, and your question is very, very important because they are going to do that anyway. And that's why you must put everything you have for this liberation of Biafra, so that by the time we get to the middle of this year, the whole world will hear how Africa, so-called most populous country, we have brought them to their knee. So in order to do that, and as that is happening, we will start the process of negotiating most of these airlines that are flying the different countries to Nigeria to start using our international airport in Enugu. Allen Onyema, even though he is Nigeria made him, he remain a Biafran. So when the time will come, all of them will pay the price of being in a Biafran and Sabewa Nigeria. Like now, he is crying. But when the time the heat of Biafra get higher, all of them will be suspect. That is the one good thing about this thing. Every one of them will be suspect, and Nigeria will deal with them. So they will have no choice than to begin to work towards having their airplane landing in Enugu from different parts of the world. It is going to happen. We already have that. We have it in Ebonyi State. We have in Anambra State. We have in Imo State and all that. So we have in River State. These are going to be our airport in the meantime until we lead to international standards. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Question answered.
All right. Ephraim is okay. Unmute yourself. Ephraim is okay. Unmute yourself.
Please, as you are here in your hundreds numbers, please remember that when we're answering your question and you are satisfied on the question, go straight to the link of our government and make your donation, because money is needed to fight Nigeria. We need money for arms and ammunition to fight Nigeria. We are fighting them, making sure they don't kill us, making sure that you are not being pushed out of your homes, like many of them in Yoruba land and in Hausa land and in the Middle Belt. So as you are being happy for what you are seeing here today, remember, the resources is involved, money is involved to make sure we continue to buy and get supplies of the arms and ammunition we are using to defend you. Thank you. It's very important. Whether you are watching or you are in this particular Zoom, go to the Biafra government website and make your donation to support Biafra liberation. Thank you.
Ephraim, thank you, Biam. Ephraim, unmute yourself.
Yeah. Good evening, Freedom. Good evening, our Prime Minister. Sir, please, I want to ask a question concerning people in Nigeria, maybe who wish to come to. Is there any possibility for people in Nigeria who are capable of coming to Finland, if there is any possibility? The second question, you have answered it. So I would email you my Prime Minister with my number so that you will link me to my state governors, so that because of the donation, because I'm from other states. So, but I am not in my means of ability.
So your question is how to connect to your state?
Yes, how to connect myself so that I will be able to make it in my donations.
Okay, sorry. This the ID card team. Are we having another briefing tomorrow, the part 2, or what? Because here I was hearing who saying about Australia and all that. Professor Choma, do we have another briefing tomorrow?
Yes, we are planning to have another briefing, but we are also thinking, should we play this recording or should we have another live briefing tomorrow and Sunday?
Tomorrow and Sunday. Okay, because in that case, if it is going to happen tomorrow, then most of the questions about states and then the issue number will be resolved tomorrow if that is happening. So I need to know.
We already have it scheduled tomorrow, 10 p.m. Biafra time.
10 p.m. Biafra time is not too late.
So, because we are targeting people in Australia and Asia.
Okay. That's why it's Australia. Okay. All right. Okay.
Then Sunday, it would be targeting Europe and people in Africa. That would be 7 p.m. Biafra time.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Next question, please. And another question be on this database, please. I'm not here for general question and answer, please. Please be on the database on what you have just heard today. Of course, and Professor Choma and her group are here to also answer the questions concerning what I have presented. Thank you.
Ibrahim did ask the question if those in Nigeria, it's possible to get a visa to come over for the convention.
Well, at this point now, I don't think you get visa from Nigeria. Nigeria is already a collapsed and a failed state, and no country will give you visa now coming for a program because they know you are running away. So everybody that is trying to come to the convention, we will welcome you, but believe me, you will never be given a visa because they know that if you come here, you are going to run away. So don't waste your time. The money we want to use to come here, use it to support Biafra liberation. That's what we need. Thank you.
Okay, Felix, unmute yourself. Felix, unmute yourself.
For those who want to come, who are part of the government, who will give you letter of invitation and support you with everything you need, especially document-wise. So you go to the embassy and try your luck if you want to come. So it is open for those who have been supporting the liberation from homeland. Thank you.
Felix, unmute yourself. Ready? Okay, Henry Mwoko, unmute yourself. Henry Mwoko, unmute yourself.
Good evening. Good evening, everybody.
Henry, go on, please.
Good evening to everyone and the PM, His Excellency. Good evening. In the first place, I want to appreciate every one of us for this work we are into liberation of. And my heart has always been for liberation. Yeah, so hard to have bad experiences. This now, to see whichever way I can be. This, you see, 2020, I went to it, and
the process that we are embarking upon, if we are not praying the process that we are embarking upon, if we are not praying for war, but we are it to come to war, we have to fight. The only thing we are saying is that this time around we will be more prepared than we were before. That's all we are saying. Nobody's asking for war. To tell me that you're prepared to be a slave in the Philippines, in another person's country, enjoying, let them go and ask the Filipinos what they went through to drive away Imelda Marcos and the husband. Our people need sometimes somebody suggested before that in the new Biafra we will turn every textbook into a local language. If you're in Ibibio, physics will be in Ibibio language, geography in Ibibio, everything is in Ibibio language. If you're from Igbo land, everything will be in Igbo language. Everything. So that our people can reason in their own language. This is why I hated colonialism. If you think in a foreign language, you will not understand the meaning of what you're talking about. That is why at Radio Biafra, we don't present radio and journalism the way it is done everywhere else. Because our people, it will not have the desired impact. Here we give you the news and tell you the meaning and implications of the news you are presenting. How can somebody who claims he or she is educated can go to and say, oh, don't join, you are not born during the war, what if you see what we suffered? Do you know what Churchill went through, what the British people went through under Hitler? Had Hitler launched his infantry into this country, has he commenced the ground assault in Britain, he would have taken over the country. That's what saved the people here. They don't understand history because they are not educated. They were educated in Nigeria, where you go to school for 2 weeks and you're on strike for 8 years. I don't blame them at all. That was why some of us left that zoo to come outside to come and study, so we can understand what studying is all about. So that when we stand up and speak and talk about intelligent people, we know what we are talking about. Anybody who is educated in Nigeria, I'm afraid to say, you are nobody because your brain is not complete. You are not intelligent enough to discuss or to understand what you're talking about. If you have to go to war, you go to war. Sometimes you fight a war not to defend lives and property, but to defend something that money cannot buy. That thing is called honor. It is called honor.
want to print this printer. Why not?
The process that we are embarking upon, if we are not praying for war, but we are it to come to war, we have to fight. The only thing we are saying is that this time around, we will be more prepared than we were before. That's all we are saying. Nobody's asking for war. To tell me that you're prepared to be a slave in the Philippines, in another person's country, enjoying, let them go and ask the Filipinos what they went through to drive away Imelda Marcos and the husband. Our people need sometimes somebody suggested before that in the new Biafra we will turn every textbook into a local language. If you're in Ibibi, physics will be in Ibibio language, geography in Ibibio language, everything is in Ibibio language. If you're from Igbo land, everything will be in Igbo language. Everything. So that our people can reason in their own language. This is why I hated colonialism. If you think in a foreign language, you will not understand the meaning of what you're talking about. That is why at Radio Biafra, we don't present radio and journalism the way it is done everywhere else. Because our people, it will not have the desired impact. Here we give you the news and tell you the meaning and implications of the news you are presenting. How can somebody who claims he or she is educated can go to Philip and say, oh, don't join, you are not born during the war. What if you see what we suffered? Do you know what Churchill went through, what the British people went through under Hitler? Had Hitler invaded,
we are having a foreign nation, let's say maybe European, being a European nationality, you are just coming, right? Yeah.
The question has been addressed.
Should I go ahead?
No, you don't need to go ahead. The question has been addressed severally. You are going to when you can join tomorrow briefing for the part 2.
Yeah.
For the Australia and Asia. Join tomorrow so that you can follow up. 10 o'clock Biafra time in the evening.
Okay, I will try to.
Yeah, but so long as you have your nationality somewhere in Europe, you are qualified and overqualified to have your Biafra ID card. So you are going to apply and have it. If you meet the requirement, especially on the of course on your support for Biafra liberation, that is for ID card.
Okay,
the ID card is not given to any other person who have not supported Biafra. Am I correct? The ID card team.
The identity card. Sorry, hold on, please. The identity card, every Biafran is entitled to the regular identity card, but as to the special status, those that have been supporting the liberation is entitled to the special status.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, noted and supported, because we can't be talking about freedom without putting our financial support, because freedom comes with a lot of sacrifice and financial support. Thank you. Thank you, PM. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. If unmute yourself. Okay, I took one. Don't indicate to unmute yourself. So for just indicate you unmute yourself. Please, if you have raised your hand, stay very close to your device. So that when you don't to stay far off your device. When your unmute yourself. Auto IPOB. Autopilot IPOB. Grab the mic. Please turn down that device from your hand. Turn down the device from your hand so it won't interrupt. Okay, we go to Oyibo Dragon. Oyibo Dragon, unmute yourself. Oyibo
Good evening.
Okay. Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, my dear, and all the media. Please, my question is, we that living in New Rome, and we have family here, and can we apply with our family in the Biafra land, or only the ones here, to avoid, I don't know, confusion also? That's my question.
Thank you very much. I want us to understand that it's what we call family members. Family members is not your sisters according to European standard. Family members are your wife and your children. So when you are making the application, where it is not for you to list who is your sibling, like who is your sister or your brother. It's for you to list who is your wife or your children and stuff like that. Of course, I don't know if there are options for listing siblings or
yes,
special
yes, there are options. Yes.
Okay, and that is just for the verification to know that the person is yeah.
That is also under data collection, extended families. It falls under the extended families for record.
All right. Okay. All right. So, but of course, you are not going to apply for your own extended family. You only apply for yourself. And of course, while making the application, the questions of the extended families is for us to know that you are a Biafran. That is the family tree, like the chairman, Professor Shoma, chairperson, Professor Shoma explained during her speech. So it is for us to see and verify your identity, and know your family tree and all that. So, but on the other, on the issue of ID card application, I believe we need to go through that standard of family members to be what we define the family members to be. There should be your wife and your children. But I think Uche and Co, you need to look into that. If the extended family is just for the verification, then it's understandable. But we need to define that family member, or redefine it in a way to suit our culture as well. If it is just to suit our culture, then we can design it to suit our culture, and of course, it should be approved by extended family, because we are practicing extended family system, and that has been our culture from time immemorial. So, with that being said, the extended family can be used as a family member in our application. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we go to Chinedu Upai. Unmute yourself. Chinedu Upai, unmute yourself. You have the mic.
Okay. Good evening, Prime Minister. Good evening, Minister of Information. I don't know if I'm coming out loud and clear.
We can hear you. We can hear you right on.
Okay. Thank you so much. My question goes in the de facto government where we are. Concerning the ID card, we have not, connected to our facto government in Ibocha here. I would like the Minister of Information or our Prime Minister to connect us, because our people have been asking about how can they got the ID card? How can we get the ID card? Because there is no any of our government that we are related to or are close to us, and we are many. In Faga, local government in the Ibocha River State here. So that's my question. How can we get in touch the government concerning the registration of the ID card so that we can?
Opa, you have been in this program as long as I can see your hand up, and you are still asking about the de facto government ID card. The people in the homeland are not going to be part of this ID card at this point. So this ID card is only for Biafrans in diaspora.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
What is open for you, which is more compulsory for every Biafran, is for you to register for your data, give your data to Biafra government, and then also vote for the Biafra referendum. As you are giving your data, you are voting for Biafra referendum. That's the way it is. So that is very, very important that you people must mobilize Biafrans to make sure that we see 20-something million above. That is our target.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I am also the one that is always
I know you.
Thank you, my Prime Minister. Thank you so much. We are behind you, sir. We must achieve it. Thank you so much, Minister of Information. Thank you so much.
Okay,
the media team, Minister of Communication, you guys need to know how to do hands that are up here so that this will end today. Otherwise,
I think at this point, people should not raise hands again because as more are keeping hands, those more are using.
The last round here, is techno. After techno, no more hands. I'm going to monitor it now. Go ahead.
Okay, PM, good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Ajiri, good evening, all of you. PM, I have two questions to ask. One is about this data. The people that are living here now, if we want to register now, and our family is back home, are we going to register for ourselves and our family back home? That is the number one question.
Well, because you need to be where your family members are in order to register them, because you need to take a picture of them. Picture. So if you want to help them, you can help them to fill the registration form online because of you are better computer literate. But at the same time, you can't register them while you are not there. So you have to register them so you can take their picture, the official picture, for GBO to be able to store that information so that we don't have the duplicate of people registering and taking pictures here and there. You understand?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. And the PM, the second one, please. I am from Agbo State, and I wrote so many messages to you. I tried to speak to you, and the reason why is because I've been asking questions. I was in the Anioma group before this Agbo State. I was in the last meeting and the other meeting before you filed that judgment. And ever since this Agbo State started now, I have not seen any work going on there. And I just finished meeting with them before I entered this place. They are now discussing that they are discussing how to put the positions. Why other people map is everywhere. So I'm asking them now, what exactly is going on? Because the man that was there before in that Anioma group, the man is with every village and the communities they need to draw the map. And I'm asking them, where is the man? Because PM did not start this one. PM only said that the other one should take over that Anioma. Instead of
so you are bringing complaint of Agbo State?
No. Yes, complaint of Agbo State, because I'm just coming from the meeting now.
Okay, you are coming from the meeting and did you add this thing in the meeting?
Yes, I asked them there, and they told me that
so
they are planning.
You wait for them to come up with what they want to come up with. You cannot just have a meeting with your group and come here to start complaining about.
No. PM, wait. The truth is that the man you told to leave the other group, they are pushing the man out. But the man, now they are looking for community's name and other people. But this man has everything. And I told them, why can't you call this man? You all work together so that you can get this man. Why other people have their own man?
Nobody will push the man that I appointed out of the state. So don't come here and make that kind of assertion. I have had you. I will wait for the Agbo State group executive to present their man. And that is that. I'm not going to be listening to a side talk. What you just did here now is what we call side talk. So I wait for the executive of Agbo State to go for the now, and we'll take it up from there. Thank you.
Okay, Finance Minister, unmute yourself, please.
Sorry, you need to lay emphasis that people coming up, you don't be asking any other question apart from the data. Is data based? Any other question apart from data based, you remove the person.
Yeah, speakers, I hope you have heard that we echoed again. Adhere to the instructions, please. Finance Minister, you have the mic, please. Finance Minister, are you there? We can't hear you, Finance Minister. Please check your end. Or can anyone hear him? I can't hear him from here.
No, can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, good afternoon from here, and our PM, good afternoon, greeting from here. Greeting to members of the cabinet and all Biafrans. I just want to remind us, am I coming out?
That's fine, you're coming out.
Okay. I just want to remind us that the database and the ID card registration guide will still continue tomorrow for those that are here with the same link so that they can save it. And I believe the last day will be on Sunday. So I just want to remind everyone to make it easier for them that tomorrow they can still log in with the same link to the part 2 of the database and the ID card registration guide. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Please, any other person that raises his hand, I'm going to be lowering your hand. No other person should raise their hand again. I said it. The last person is Techno. Thank you, my minister. Go ahead.
A quick clarification, just a second, a quick clarification for tomorrow's program. So tomorrow's program is not precisely the part 2, but rather the same presentation, but for the people in a different location. So we're going to review this process again, but we are targeting those in America, in Australia and Asia because of the time zone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, European Rep. Please, if you have spoken before, don't just bother raising your hand again, because others have not spoken. Francis Okonkwo, unmute yourself. Francis Okonkwo, unmute yourself. Ami, unmute yourself.
I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, Ami, go on, please, Ami.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone, fellow Biafrans, and then especially to my PM. I thank God for your life, and I thank God for everything. I really applaud the Biafra government in exile, all your efforts to get to this point. That's number one thing. I really applaud you for that, because for all I know, to get to this point, having a database is a big project. And I know that I give you an accolade for that. And then I want to ask about the self-referendum thing we are talking about. I know that the enemies will come and say no to referendum. I'm asking, is there any way that anytime, during the time as we are voting for the referendum in the database, is there a way that any no will be tracked, at least for us to really prove whether they are Biafrans or not, or whether they are Fulanis that will come and impersonate? So that's my question. Way to track them to really know whether they are Biafrans, and they will know. That's my question.
Thank you very much. Like I said, those who answer no will be investigated. Their details will be investigated. But at the same time, remember, this is a democratic process. Some people may not agree with you, so we may have one or two persons that will say no to Biafra. But however, we don't expect any Biafran at this point to say no to Biafra. So once you say no to Biafra referendum or no to Biafra, we know that's a red light, and that will make the government to investigate the information you submitted to know whether you are, to ascertain whether you are true Biafra. So the government reserves the right to deny you, irrespective of voting yes or no. Government have the right to say you are not a Biafran based on the information you submitted to them. So that the submitted information does not mean an express Biafran. So government have the right to say with the information you have submitted so far, we do not accept that you are, we do not believe that you are Biafran, subject to more scrutiny after the declaration of Biafra when we start the field collection of data in the later years or later days. So yes, everybody have the right to say yes, and you have the right to say no. But then, like I said, the government reserves the right at this point to, to say that with the information you submitted so far, we may not be able to verify you. And that is final to further notice. Thank you. And remember, Atu Omara, Atu Ofeke, take it like this. If you know, you know.
No, yes.
Okay, we go to Uche Okonie. Unmute yourself. Uche Okonie, unmute yourself. You have the mic.
Yeah. Good evening, my PM. PM, I want to appreciate you. I want to thank you with all your executives, especially for this December, this Christmas, the way it was quiet. Am I coming out, please?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on, please.
Okay, yeah, this Christmas, the way it was quiet and everything just went well. People enjoyed their Christmas. And I hope this is the work of the Biafran government in Israel. But many people will not know that. I just want to say, you guys have really done well with our military at home. Yeah, the question I want to ask is about people who have kids in diaspora. What will be their... Hello, please, somebody is talking on the background. Okay, I'm asking, like, some of us in diaspora who have kids in diaspora, what would be their means of identification? Like maybe birth certificate or something like that. And my second question also is, that one has been answered partially because I already now find out that if you don't have Nigerian passport is not the means of identification, and if you don't have a proper document in wherever you're residing, you don't have anything to identify you. You have to only register for the referendum. So that one is well understood somehow. But then our PM, another thing I want to suggest is let us have like an open evangelism in the street to let our people know what is going on, because a lot of people are ignorant of what we are doing. A lot of people in the streets, they don't even care, they don't know what is going on. So we need to have an open evangelism in our places where we reside, to let people know about this referendum going on, so that we will have a lot of people that will vote for this, register for this referendum. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Of course, it is the work of everybody who is a Biafran to carry this particular awareness to every cranny of Biafra land, to make people understand that the time has come. That cry of many years, decades, the solution has come. They are taking people by its horn. So it's the responsibility of everybody to do. Thank you.
Thank you, my PM. I'm calling from South Africa. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Odinaka. Chuku, Ilumi, you unmute yourself. Odinaka, Chuku, Ilumi, you unmute yourself. Odinaka, unmute yourself. Odinaka.
Okay. Yeah, good evening, everybody. Can you hear me?
So can you bring in somebody else, please? Which the coin is making us. Bring somebody else.
iPhone 7, please unmute yourself. iPhone 7, you have the mic. Good evening.
Good evening, my dear. Good evening, Barawa. I have been patiently waiting for my turn for a very long time. Nevertheless, I want to first of all to bring from my mother, who 60-something years now, and I'm speaking from a place called Okalago. I don't know where he falls from in Old Ebony State. And for a very long time, we have not been going to farm until you guys came and did a lot of wonderful work. I remember the time I did a farm about 18 plots of land. The cow came and spoiled them, and nobody did nothing. But right now, our people are going to the farm and doing things, and nothing is happening. Everywhere is peaceful. Thank you for that. My question is this. I don't know whether it's up where my own state falling. I don't know where I belong to, because it would be a very bad thing for me to deny me contribution for the journey of liberation of Biafra at this time. Please, anyone can help me to identify where actually Nkalago fall for, and secondly, how I can get to support.
I think from tomorrow we're going to make number available. You fall under the old Ishe local government, right? You fall under old Ishe local government, right?
Yes, yes.
So I believe, I think you may be part of Oahu State, I'm not sure, but by tomorrow the number will be made available so that those of you asking for your state can send a message. The only message you are allowed to send is going to be your state, where you come from, and then somebody will respond to you and telling you which state you fall into, and possibly link you up with the state general WhatsApp group so you can be part of your state. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. God bless you.
Thank you. IPOB, autopilot IPOB, unmute yourself. No. That's not good. You have the mic.
We have started before now. We have for everyone that is on the struggle in order of the group. We have achieved Biafra, and there's no way to argue about it. Want to argue, no problem. Then I have one question. My question is that just for support. We are making support at the family. We are paying our tax. But my question now, for the ID card, how are we going to do it? So my name, the name of my wife is always on the name it says on the so, are we getting it right, or are we supposed to separate the payment? That's my question.
If you are making payments, how can you separate you and your wife? So it's your family, you are supporting them. So when you are making an application for the ID card, of course, that should be noted. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, Wanyoma, unmute yourself. Wanyoma, you have the mic.
Thank you. My name is God bless you.
I don't have any question to ask, but I want to really say thank you to my Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I want to thank him very much for everything he is doing. We are praying for you, sir. We are with you. Biafrans love you. We love you to the moon and back again. I want to thank all the people that works with you. I want to thank all of them. We are praying for all of you. May God Almighty guide you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We go to SN. Please mute your mic because you just disappeared. I wanted to mute you. Mute your mic, please. Mute your mic.
Muted that, don't worry, muted that.
Okay, Bam, please take care of that. Francis Okonkwo, unmute yourself.
All right. Good evening.
Francis, you have the mic.
I hope I'm coming out clear.
Yes,
hello?
yes, please. Right on.
All right. Good evening, my minister. Good evening, my fellow pastor. My name is Reverend Dr. Francis Okonkwo. Special thanks go to our Prime Minister and prayers also to you. God bless you, sir. From the our professor that gave us the little education on the registration, she talked about the capturing of the picture, not from the selfie. In other words, we can't use the phone to capture. I don't know. So, and our PM was also talking about using our phone. So we need to strike a balance on that. Then I also want to bring something else too. Please, I know church and the pastors have been somehow being mismanaged, and it has caused a lot of some differences. But still, I want to plead with us. Pastors are important in this matter. Churches are important for disseminating information, for bringing out information, and trying to bring people to understand. Those that are with us, somebody like me, before now, but the church where I pastor in Lagos before I came to Port Harcourt, in Water here, was a center for meetings. And here in Water is also a center for meetings before our leader then, Martin Namdekan, said every meeting in the Nigeria is stopped before we enter into where we are. And thank God for our period that has finally given us Biafra. So please, I would plead that pastors, church, though from our daughters, some are not, but still, we shouldn't leave them behind. To try and see how we can have, say this, I've asked a question the last time about it, and somebody like my brother that is here, a man of God also should, I think we should have a department that should be talking about things also, so that we can bring them together and see how we can use their platform to educate and pull out information to people. Very important. And please also, please that I'm from by the grace of God, I think I'm from the local government. So it's been a long time. From the local government, so I've not seen their group chat or giving out information on how people should join government in the homeland. So these are important also so that they can, those that are appointed as administrators or governors should be fast in creating WhatsApp groups so that we that are here begin to join and see what we can do to support the movement. God bless you all.
Thank you. We go to I and I Paradise Biafra. I and I Paradise Biafra, unmute yourself. I and I Paradise Biafra, unmute. Okay, Samsung SM A135F, unmute. You have the mic.
All right. Good evening, Your Excellency. I really want to appreciate the PM. I've been and your team too. You guys are doing excellently well. I've been an ardent follower of the Biafra movement right from the time of Martin and the Kano. And I've been a solo follower. I don't have a group. There was a time where I was before in Anambra State. I used to join meetings. I used to make contributions with my colleagues then. And until I traveled out and later came back to the zoo. But where I'm currently, I have no linkage on the way to go about contributing my own quota, although I have gone to the website of the Afghan government in LSI, and I realized that there are options where one can make a payment. But I think I would prefer to be anonymous. I'd like to use the crypto option. But I want to ask, those who would like to contribute through crypto, would they also be able to get receipts in case of, tomorrow? Like as I'm speaking to you now, I'm in the zoo. This place is a very terrible place, and I'm not in our home, core homeland. So I'm in a very sensitive place where I work, so I have to be very, very anonymous. So my question is, those who would like to make a contribution through crypto, would they also be able to get acknowledgement that they actually are contributing later on? And then I also want to ask on the database collection. For some of us who are still in the zoo, I understand that I came a bit late. I understand that we are not allowed to get ID card at this point, but we can vote. So my question is, if for tomorrow, like those statues that are going to give to those who are outside, who are contributing immensely, are we also going to, those of us who are on the mainland, are we also going to get such status, or is only exclusive for those outside the shore of Biafra? That's my question. And then finally, I also want to once again tell PM that PM, you are doing an excellent work. You are doing excellently. We are seeing your handwork, and I can tell you, the country is really knowing that you are doing something. And that's all I want to tell you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, those people in the homeland that are contributing financially will also have the special status just like those in the diaspora, but not just at this point. The issue of crypto donation, yes, you save your receipt, because when you make a crypto donation, it does not receive automatic receipt like you can receive when you make a donation through the website. So you save the receipt from your crypto donation, and when the time comes, individually, we are going to settle and sort out the individual donation. So when it comes to your turn to have the special status ID card of the Biafra, this is a lifetime status. I'm just telling you people now, it's a lifetime status. So once you have that ID card, it is going to show that you were one of those who supported financially the Biafra liberation. And believe me, anything about you will be treated differently in Biafra, United States of Biafra. So save the receipt. When making the application for ID card, you will have to attach those receipts when the time comes. And that receipt will be the determinant to have a status that we're talking about, whether to have that status or not. So when you make a crypto donation, save the receipt. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you. I Paradise Biafra, you have the mic.
Good evening, all. My Prime Minister, I say greetings to you. Greetings to Mazen Kanu. I greet you. Greetings to all the media team and those who are working our liberation assiduously. I greet you all. Prime Minister, there's something that bothers me. I don't know if I'm allowed to divulge a little bit. Am I?
No, please stay on the topic. Any other thing you can speak when Prime Minister is on a different program.
All right. But I was just thinking maybe I have a little bit time, today to speak with him. But it's all right. Go ahead. I understand everything concerning the iCard and so on and so forth. I'm from the state of Hamburg.
All right, we go to VAIPOB. VAIPOB, unmute yourself. VAIPOB, unmute yourself. VAIPOB, unmute yourself. VAIPOB, unmute yourself.
Not there. You may have slept.
Autopilot IPOB.
Hello, can you hear me?
Turn down the device that is within your premises, please. Oh, you will damage people's eardrum with this.
Sorry, did you call me?
I think we've taken all the hands that were off.
Sonny, did you just call me?
No PM.
Okay.
I was calling the people on the screen. I think we are done with those that their hands were up. So, PM, over to you.
There are still
no PM. There are no hands. This one just raised his hand now. But
Okay.
there are no hands. We are done, sir.
So, all right. So, I want to thank every one of you for being part of this program, and I want to thank the team, the ID card team. I want to thank all of you, the IT department. I want to thank all of you for the job well done. I went through the website today, and believe me, I am very, very impressed with what I have seen so far. I want to thank all of you. And Biafra, they are going to know that this year will be the year of history. That thing that they say we are not going to do, we will do it and put Jara. I want to thank all of you. May God bless you. See you tomorrow again, 10 p.m. Biafra time, when we will go through this thing again and then answer questions. And by the special grace of God, the number will be available tomorrow. May God bless all of you. From here, from me, it's good evening.
See you. Bye-bye.
See you. Thank you.